Welcome back, guys. Last time we went ahead and installed or created a state to install elkstack, and that installs Elasticsearch, FileBeat, Kibana, and Logstash. Upon reading the documentation here, we've actually need to install Java, and it's for Logstash. It's okay. We can install OpenJDK or the official Oracle JDK. It's fine. But for Elasticsearch, it doesn't exactly state that we can actually install OpenJDK. So instead, what we're going to do is that we're going to go ahead and install the actual Oracle version, which means that we have to use a funky command to automatically accept cookies and whatnot, or sorry, accept the terms and whatnot, and download and install it. So let's go ahead and get to that, and we'll create the Java 8 state. So let's create a Java 8. And the reason I say Java 8, not Java 9, it's because elkstack doesn't support Java 9 just yet. It's only Java 8 up to so far. So we're going with Java 8. All right, so we need a state to download, and let me switch my salt state to download Java 8, right? And then we will say cmd.run, and the name is going to be whatever we give it, of course. And then the cwd is going to be /temp because we don't want to keep these binaries forever. And it'll only do this if Java isn't present. So if Java version runs, then Java is likely to be present when we don't need to actually go ahead and download Java 8 and worry about that. So I actually went ahead and found a way to install Java 8 with the cookie acceptance and everything. So we're going to go ahead and work with this. I'm not going to go over the specifics of this. All I can tell you is that it accepts the cookie header for Oracle in this cookie header here, and downloads this particular file. As you notice in my YAML salt state linting, it's got this part in red, and that's specifically because because of this colon here, this guy in cookie, and that's going to cause issues because it'll read the cookie as a key for command.run, and that's going to fail. So what we can do is we can put the whole thing under single quotes because we got double quotes here. Or we could put the whole thing in double quotes and escape these double quotes afterwards. But it's just easier to put it in single quotes, and then we'll leave these as double quotes. So that's just to install Java 8. Now we need to actually install Java 8. And again, this is going to be in the temp directory, and unless Java version. So we're going to do, actually this isn't even going to be command.run. This is going to be a, let's skip this. This is going to be a pkg.installed. And then we'll say this is sources. And over here, we will say this is Java 8, one of them. And its directory is going to be /temp/ this file here. Now, what this means is that this pkg.installed is actually going to try to install a file from a local source. This local source being the local source of the minion. We can also install a local source of salt. So we can say salt : //. So we could do something like, Java 9, for example. We could do salt / some state / Java 9.rpm. So that will transfer the file from the salt master to the minion and then go ahead and install it on the minion. We could also do a FTP or an HTTP, up to you. The reason why I'm not doing HTTP in this case is because I need to accept the cookie header, and I can't accept the cookie header with pkg.installed, so that's not going to work. So that's my solution. and we'll name this init.sls. So right now, what I'm going to do here on Elasticsearch is, oh, I've actually already got that. So I'm going to go ahead and include java8. So now I'm going to go ahead and converge the VM again, and then I'll get back to you guys as soon as this is done. Welcome back, guys. I did run into an issue, and it was a false positive, and I've opened a issue with the GitHub SaltStack channels to get this resolved. On my screen right here, you're seeing the error, which probably you also ran into with, is the package uninstalled and the following package failed to update / install. That's actually not the case. It actually did install, even though it gives this false positive error message. The problem was that there was no older version, and because it detects no older version, it thinks it's an error for whatever reason. Anyway, so I opened a GitHub issue, and I'll show you that right now, actually. If you go to SaltStack's issue, you can see it here, description, Salt with Test Kitchen running 2017 7.1, which I believe is the latest. I gave my state, I gave my versions report for the minion, and I also added more information, which is the log or where the error is on the minion logs, which is in var log salt minion, and the error from the salt run. So I actually do know where the error is. I just don't want to go through the code to find out where it detects the condition of absent to a version causing an error. So I don't want to deal with that right now, but it is a false positive. That being said, if you're running this in CI or CD and you can't really ignore this has to pass and it can't return false positives, I would recommend changing this into cmd.run, which we're going to do right now. So cmd.run, and then we'll just say yum install the full path and get rid of this. I tried this ignored epoch. This epoch is supposed to ignore like zeros into the version number, but that didn't quite work either, and so it was pretty much useless. Anyways, this will actually go ahead and install the same file regardless of output. It should install and not throw a false positive error because this is cmd.run, not a package.installed. So whatever the output might be, it's not going to return a false positive unless it's an error code greater than 0, which I tested out with yum install the package, which is exactly the way that Salt also installs it. If the error code is greater than 0, then cmd.run will fail, but if it's not, then it will stay the same. So we'll keep it like this for now until that issue is resolved. All right, so now that we've got that, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and on the next video, we will go ahead and make sure that we write the services for elkstack. And I mean, what I mean with the services, like make sure the elkstack services run FileBeats, Logstash, Kibana, Elasticsearch. Make sure that all the services run appropriately, and then we can go ahead and write the tests and make sure we tested everything else appropriately. And we're also going to go ahead and include the test for Java as well in that one in that particular test. So I will see you guys in the next video.